I wish every
Lead a light,
TVT
I
was.
believe.
Yeah, Lead a Light. I wish every TVT was that game.
Washington's got a lot of vital SCVs. He needs to throw. He should just throw up a command center at the 9 o'clock and take it. Although it looks like he's actually floating one over to the 3. I don't know. There's something floating around there that looks like it might be a command center floating down there. Yeah, it is.
Oh, but mind, catching that before it can land and
His
repelling it away.
anti-float build.
Yeah. Um,
It's perfect.
the mind build, as it's called, with the early Charon boosters, it's designed just for the barracks, but it really pretty effective. Like it hard counters barracks and soft counters all floating buildings. So you can see it right there, denying that base.
Oh man, big drops
Oh,
coming out in the middle, and look, Washington actually dropping. Not dropping. Where is his forces? Oh, dropping in behind. What the heck was that,
that
Washington?
was he spent half the battle with half of his forces still in dropships, and
What
by
the
the
heck
time he
was
was
that?
dropping the other half, the first half was already dead. That was like a huge misstep. He must have been back macroing and he didn't realize that Mind had a force there, and just that could be a huge turning point in the game.
I just
I
face bumped.
Yeah, that's a facepalm moment. Hwasin, I felt like for the last 10 minutes had a stranglehold on this game, but he just lost his entire force there, and I think Mind has it equalized, if not a bit of an advantage now, because now he's actually got units to ferry around in his dropships, and now it looks like the a huge momentum shift has just occurred.
No, I think Mind might have just been mining off of more minerals because he was mining off of 6. Well, he'd taken a total of 6 bases compared to 5 for Washington, and I think he just might have had more minerals in the bank, so he might have just been able to keep producing. Whereas Washington looks like he's actually long distance mining, or he's like gonna float a command center over there later or something like that. Because that is not pretty. And a bunch of SCVs actually getting picked off by tanks as well for Washington, and this is kind of weird to me. I wonder if Washington just like forgot to take this base a little bit earlier than he should have.
Washington needs the command center they tried to float to the 3. I feel like he should land it on top of the ramp so he could at least distance mine slightly more effectively. Every little bit counts. But
He can't
uh,
distance. There's tanks.
he can distance mine from the bottom patches.
He can add a couple mineral patches to his arsenal.
Yeah, it's like this late in the game, it starts to matter. Hwashin just now reclaiming the 1 o'clock, or I'm sorry, Mind reclaiming the 1 o'clock that Hwashin took about 6 minutes ago, and really
SCVs and vultures high fiving.
all Hwashin has is long distance mining operations. He's putting up he's taking the 9 o'clock from mine. He's going to establish that, but once Hwashin gets the 1 o'clock up, there's going to did I say Hwashin? Once mine gets the 1 o'clock up, there's going to be very little Hwashin can do.
Yeah, that's kind of really sloppy by Washington, not having a command center ready to go there at the 9 o'clock position. This really should
He had
not
a
be
command
happening.
center, it's just all the way to the 3.
Yeah, this really should not have happened. That's really sloppy by Washington. I'm kind of disappointed.
Well, I mean, he would have had a floating command center ready to land there, but mine just wouldn't allow that.
At least that's at the 3 o'clock. I mean, the 3 o'clock, it's going to be tough for him to take. I mean, he's got a nice position on the high ramp. Looks like we're actually going to see a big battle here in the middle again, and Washington trying to come in here with vultures and placing down mines, bringing up tanks in the rear, going to start sieging up here and establish a nice solid line. He's got a lot of tanks there and was able to clear out most of the forces for Mind. I feel like he lost a lot of vultures, but he didn't lose maybe 1 or 2 tanks. That's all for Washington. So Washington has a nice tank force out there, very, very easily reinforced by Goliath and Vulture. So once again, Washington pushing out and trying to establish some really strong map control.
It's odd that we're seeing Hwashin try to make up in this, like try to come back in this game by the use of heavy vultures. I feel like he's probably got ample gas and not any minerals at this point. Why not go for like a couple of this does sound crazy, I know, but like this late in the game, why not go for some vessels and try to improve your chances and engagements by means of defensive matrix? I mean, like he's still got gas coming in at every base that's mined out of minerals, and he's only got one base up mining minerals, or is
Two
it
now.
one or oh
He's
two
got
now?
two.
It's like why would you produce vultures when you've got ample gas? It's very rare that a Terran has ample gas, but vultures are great for harassment, but I feel this late in the game, especially with Goliaths, like Goliaths do a lot better at protecting the tanks than vultures do at mining and picking off tanks. And Hwashin dropping all on the tiny force of mine that was protecting the 3 o'clock. So if Hwashin's now able, as a result of that little maneuver,
Washington has lost all of his
why would
drop
you
ships.
do that?
Every single one
No,
died. And
all of
now
them.
every single one, and Mind's coming in here for Mind, and
Oh
that's
my
gonna clean this
god.
up. Wow, Washington,
All of his
Washington
drop
throwing
shot.
this game away.
I thought Hwasin cleared out all the forces at the 3 o'clock, and I thought he was going to take the 3 o'clock, have 3 mining bases, and be in fine position. But he just lost his entire fleet of dropships to
Wow, that's really spicy.
turrets. To turrets.
But he does have a huge ground force, and he's just pushing up, and Mine doesn't have anything to counter. He doesn't have enough forces out. And it looks like Mine's going to turn the favor and allow all of his dropships to die to Goliaths as well. So, great job there by Mine, taking away one of the advantages he could have used here. And I just think Washington just has too many units. Look at this entire huge Terran ball. It's a huge army.
Hwasin's got a huge force, and mine's got like 5 tanks here, 3 tanks there, and he's just losing them to vultures. I was like, why would Hwasin build vultures? Because apparently mine can't handle the vultures, and Hwasin's like kind of like rolling across the map, kind of like a bulldozer. And it looks like mine might be able to hold this off. Although Hwashin's just got so many tanks. I think this force of tanks in the middle that they keep showing is more than all the little blips that we keep seeing from Mind across the map, like 5 there, 3 here. But like, where's all his tanks?
They're non-existent, really. Now we see another group of 5 tanks going down for Mine, and now Mine's going to lose both of the bases at the top right. I think. I don't think either of them is
He's
very
gonna
heavily
lose
defended.
all of his mining bases.
Yeah, he's gonna lose everything. Wow, this is just a really weird back and forth game. Like I don't even know what to think right now. It's been very, very back and forth.
I think if at any time the power went out in this game, they should not, like, this is an argument for don't call games, because at various points it's looked like either players have had an advantage, but right now it looks like Hwashin. But just on the minimap you can see basically pouring into the 1 o'clock, and
You
he's
can
going
also
to take
see
that
about
out.
3/4 of the map, which is usually means that you're winning.
Well, I don't know. At times it looked like Mine's map control was pretty good. For a while they were even on bases.
Yeah, for a while it did, but I will say that Washington at no point really lost the bottom half of the high ground in the center. He never lost that bottom half, which allowed all of his bottom bases to mine freely and the bottom right base mine freely. Like he wasn't really pressured on his bases at all by Mine, and it's been like Washington's been on the offensive over and over again, and Mine just
And there's
forced
GG.
Yeah, Washington's offensive versus Mine's defense. It just didn't work for Mine. He couldn't get on the offensive really. I don't think he took down a single base at any point.
Wow. Yeah, he denied bases a couple of times, but that's absolutely right, I guess. I don't know. That was a mentally exhausting, really long game. It's going to be really hard for Hwashin to now try to play another game after that. It's going to be pretty tough for him.
Oh, I'm sure. And even though he is the red sniper, he's probably going to be forced to play Roro now in the 6th set. I mean, the thing is that I think Pure is probably WeMade's best shot at taking down Washington at this point, more so than Roro. But they don't want Pure playing Calm, so I think it's going to have to be Roro.
If only they had one more good player.
Yeah, if only. I guess we'll see all in the 6th set. We'll see who comes out. If it's anyone other than Roro and Pure, I would be flabbergasted.
And then set 7, Toss Girl versus... Never mind.